Hello and welcome back to Black Dice Gaming. I'm James and we're doing another unboxing today. Today we're looking at the Dungeons and Lasers Fantasy Miniature Set. Weird and wonderful models in this one. Really looking forward to getting it open. So apparently there's 27 models. I say apparently, there's no reason to believe that there isn't. And it's a very chunky, thick box. Got quite a bit of weight to it. Looking on the back here, we can see we've got a boat, a Cerberus, a couple of harpies, 3 of them in total. We've got a cursed Wendigo, the Lady of the Lake and the Keeper of the Grove. We've got this Abomination, which is a very unusual looking construct type, flesh construct. We've got a nymph. Everyone needs a nymph in their life. We've got a couple of sirens, a bush, a dryad, a fluffy dummy. I have no idea what that actually is, but if you play Dungeons and Dragons you may know. Soren the Troll, so he's a named character. Spider Hunter, the King Crab. We've got a couple of mud crabs, a couple of giant ants, a couple of frog folk, a viper's nest, sorry, 2 viper's nests, and the Serpent King. So without further ado, let's look at the sprue. Obviously need a new blade, that wasn't very sharp at all. Let's get in here. It looks like these could be one of those online manuals. They've got a QR code down here, so you may need to use your phone or device in order to get the instructions up, which I suppose saves on paper, but we all need it really. Okay, so there's quite a bit of plastic in here. Something fallen off there, but it just looks like it's a bit of wasted sprue. Okay, so let's have a look. This first sprue contains the boat. That's all in one piece by the look of it. So that's nice and easy. We've got nice little spider detail on here. Some stonework for somebody's base. Spear arm. Little hand weapon there. That could be one of the dryad or the nymph. I think it could be the dryad. I think that's this one, isn't it? Yeah, and it looks like a human that's been wrapped in spider web. So that should be interesting. And a bit of floral work just there. That's the first sprue. Moving on to the second one. Obviously this is the crab. This is his face. And that must be the back of it. More spider pieces here. Crab claw. Little spider legs there. What were these ones? The serpenty type ones. Oh, they're the sirens. Yep, these ones here with the sort of fish scales. Mermaid type. That must be another part of one of them. Just up there, but as always it's really good detail. Lots to see. And then we've got some wings here, so these must be for the I've forgotten what it was called now, the harpies. And is that a pig? Yeah, it looks like a pig. That might be part of one of the bases possibly. Just in, you can't quite see it on this one, but I'll bring it around here. You see that it's a pig face. Might actually be easy to make out from this side, to be fair. And then we've got the serpent. Yeah, that's maybe not quite as big as I was expecting. The viper nest just there, and that looks like more of them here. Frog folk just here. Yeah, so lots of bits on there. Still going, still got plenty to look at. So this is probably part of the fluffy dummy. This is the ogre. This is the abomination type thing. That's quite a big. That's probably the biggest one in the box. Lots of detail on these models. Very nice. Oh, there's the druid. Can't remember his name again. Part of the Wendigo. That looks like that could be that. And the Cerberus just here. There he is. three-headed dog. And last but not least, we've got the bases. There's two sprues of bases. They do look identical, but we've got 1, 4, 8 50mm bases, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of the, I think they're 25mm. Obviously duplicated, so we're going to have a lot of bases left over. But as always, all the bases are sculptured as well. You've got plenty of details on all of these to be going on with. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to make a couple of them up, and we'll be back with the second part. Okay, so let's look at some made up models. The first ones we're going to look at are the viper nests. There was 2 of those, and that's these 2 here. Lovely viper nests. We're going to start with the little ones, so we're going to look at the giant ants. They're probably the next ones. Just there. And then we can look at the crabs, and these are tiny little things as well. There we go. And the lady of the lake is quite a small mini. She's quite tiny overall. And so now we'll move on to sort of the mid-sized ones, and we'll be looking at the frogmen. Oh, I got them. I'm wearing gloves because I've been on the allotment, and I'm absolutely full of scars and scratches from some brambles we've been getting rid of. So my hands are dirty, basically. Tried cleaning them, but anyone who works in the garden will know. It's easier said than done. Next ones were the sirens. This is the smaller siren of the 2, the one playing the harp. So mermaid type creatures, these ones, and this is the bigger one, the one that looks a little bit more scary. Yeah, just there. Okay, so far most of these that I've shown you so far will stand up without a base. If you notice, I don't have the bases because I'm going to paint them separately. So moving on to the harpy. This is quite a good pose one. These were a little fiddly to make because they're quite delicate shapes, but nothing too. The hardest one was the spider hunter, she's called, but it's like a spider queen type thing. So this is the second harpy. This one's quite a nice pose as well. These ones don't stand up on their own. And then the third harpy is the one that's carrying the pig, or sort of half taken off whilst holding the pig. Yeah, there you go. Next we have the keeper of the grove. Quite a nice old druid sort of model. He doesn't quite stand up on his own either. Then we have the fluffy dummy. This was I have no idea what they are. I mean, it's a kind of weird trolley type creature, but it's quite small for a troll. That one does stand up on its own. And then we've got the Wendigo, which is quite a weird creature from folklore. Yeah, he doesn't stand up on his own. Cerberus, now we're into mythology. Cerberus does stand up on his own, courtesy of his 4 feet. And we have the nymph, I think this one is. Yeah, this one's the nymph. Just there. And we have the dryad. Just here. Very similar sort of looking models, those two. And then we're moving on to the bigger stuff. We've got the boat. anyone who's interested. This was just one piece, so that was easy to cut out and do. And the Spider Hunter, this is the one it probably had the most pieces, and I would say that it was the trickiest. It's the one I actually saved to last, because I just knew it was going to be sort of tricky to do. But yeah, so that'll be the first 50mm base model so far. Then we've got Soren the Troll, so a named character. Is quite small in compared to the big box troll. So like a baby troll maybe. He doesn't stand up. Then we've got the Serpent King just here, one of the bigger ones. That's quite nice. Again, that was only a few pieces, that one. And then we've got the Crab King, or King Crab, sorry. Had a bit of trouble with this claw. Nothing to do with the instructions. It was once it fell into place, you went, oh yeah, of course. But actually trying to line it up, and it was more me than the instructions, but I got there in the end. That was the main thing. Once you get it into the right position, it just falls in and you go, oh yeah, that's it. And then the Abomination, which is probably the biggest model overall. And that is some sort of an abomination, really, isn't it? Didn't quite get it together properly just there. But yeah, really, really, really nice, really unusual. Something very different. Now, there was one more model on the box. It's called the Bush, which is just there, just here. Where is it? There. But what you actually make up is quite different. So yeah, that's the Bush. Right, so that's it. The bases I've undercoated already, so it was just 2 sprues of the same base, but I've got the black on those already, and they'll be done with a dry brush, and it'll all be painted in slap chop style to keep it all in keeping with the rest of the Archon Studios minis. But that's it. If you can, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I shall catch you in the next one.